every year Arturia releases a free plugin. I think last year was the
Tape Mellify, I think.
Was it? Oh, was it tape? Okay, so they've done a few. So, what's the word? I was going to say there was the plate reverb, there was altered strings, there was the Juno chorus, and this year it's the refract. So if you think of on a synthesizer, there's this unison function where it's basically playing all of the synth voices simultaneously with, with that sort of analog shift that's inherent with the synths. Or maybe there's ways to further drift those different voices. But you can do that with any sound now with this plugin, which is really, really cool. Yeah, so it's different from a chorus and a phaser and flanger and things. It's a modulation-like effect. And it's not really like a doubling effect. It's just kind of strange. And I'd like to demo this today. Just going to turn on my synth. Let's put in refract. So there's my synth coming in. Add it to your effects chain, and here's how it sounds now. So it's similar to a chorus in a way. It sort of spreads the sound in a nice way. Let's put it up to 100% wet. And then you can change the amount here. Change the amount of voices. Which is pretty cool. And then there's also an additional effect section. So there's bandpass, comb filter, bit crusher, distortion, and harmonizer. So bandpass, comb filter. So comb filter is usually a bad thing, but in this case, I kind of like it. I'm just going to set up a little pattern on the synth. So that comb filter effect is pretty cool. It's like a short kind of metallic delay. Then there's a bit crusher. Distortion. I won't turn that up too much because that definitely gets loud. And then there's a harmonizer. I'll just play a single note here. And you can choose octaves. There's different intervals and also the number of voices. I just realized I was only on the one voice for most of that demo, but I'll put it up to 8 voices through the harmonizer on octave. Worth getting this plugin just for that sound, I think. Let's go to like a 7th. Or a minor 7th. Yeah, so that's the last effect. I'm gonna jump over to my presets. Here's one I made with the comb filter and a very small amount of refraction. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that there's overall high pass, low pass filters. There's a modulation for the refraction and for the the main effect of the comb filter or bandpass, whatever. And you can change the LFO shape and the speed. So this is what I call a weird reverb. And it's sort of a weird reverb, right? It's comb filtering. It's a bit of a delay. It's got some sort of wobbliness to this if you increase the refraction amount.
Add that on top of our reverb and then modulate that without having the internal modulation of any stock reverb or any really simple reverb. and you can add so much movement to it.
That's a great idea. Let's do the Arturia plate. What is that called? Plate, rev plate?
Having fun with it, adding some reverb to drums and, you know, like finding new things, new sounds around it.
Okay, so I'm going to do it without the other effect. And so here's synth plus plate reverb. Maybe that sort of blend. And then add refract.
Yeah.
All right, so the other effect that I figured out was, it was octave crystallizer. All right, so without the reverb, I think that's a pretty cool sound. Let's put that after reverb.
That would be some sort of shimmer in any case. That's always nice.
Say what?
That's
Say that again?
Sort of shimmer in the end. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, so I found with the different voice amounts, it adds in, so there's the original, then adding in, putting voices on 2 adds a high octave, and then a low octave, and then another high octave, and another low octave, and so on. But basically at 5, it's 5 is probably as high as I would want to go with that.
yeah.
I realized I was trying to play chords on this, that it's monophonic. I'll switch it to poly. And back to mono. With some glide. It's a weird effect for sure, but I think it's definitely worth getting, worth checking out. It's only free until January 4th. So yeah, if you're interested in this at all, just go over to Arturia's website. Yeah, add it to your account, whether you use it today or whenever. I think it's worth getting. It's nice, sort of like nostalgic wobble.
Probably the beautiful thing that you have this inside of Reaper is that you can also use like modulations from other places within the session. So it actually reacts to different things, to audio envelopes and such.
Yeah, so that's the plugin showcase for today. That's all I wanted to show you with that one. I think it's worth getting for free. Definitely 100% recommend it. If it's full price, I'm not sure about that. It's kind of a weird effect, but I enjoy it.